long-term sustained growth with multiple products and services that will always be evolving and changing and moving forward with a lot of very innovative products and services that are, some of these are going to be released to the world for the first time. And I am, when I talk about being released to the world for the first time, these are complete industry-changing products in multi-hundreds of millions and even billion-dollar industries and market segments. And then we have traditional products and services that people are used to, such as global travel and so forth. So we have a very wide gamut of products. We even have a nutritional product. So we have some of the more traditional products in network marketing, but we also have these very innovative products that are just coming out for the first time, being made available for sale and to the general population and to the world. So one of the things, coming from a business background, I've actually run a couple of network marketing companies in the earlier days where I got my feet wet with it, and I always really enjoy the energy that the network marketing community brings to anything that they do. But one of the things I also always notice is that nearly every network marketing company that's ever come out has gone out of business. And even though there's been a lot of excitement around a lot of companies, they always implode one way or another. And I always set out to try to find out if I can take my traditional businesses and I can get that energy of this group of people who are always happy, smiling, want to talk about the business and so forth. If I can harness that, partner up with those people, and that's all you on this call, and put it into traditional businesses that I've operated, that would be the absolute winning combination. And with the advent of all these different technologies, internets and Skypes and social networking, DVR recordings, all those types of things, traditional advertising does not work in any sense of the imagination. I know myself, I record every show I watch, and I go right through the commercials. When I'm listening to my radio in the background, when the commercials come on, I'm changing stations. When I'm on a website, I rarely ever even notice that there's advertising on the page, and I'm certainly not clicking on it because it doesn't get my attention. The ad click-throughs are just abysmal on the internet. So the only way and the best way to do marketing is by word of mouth, which is exactly what all of us are good at. I know everybody on this call probably told a friend about a restaurant they went to, or a movie they saw last week, or a sale they saw at a store for some great shoes or what have you. That's how we all find out about all kinds of things. That good song we heard on the radio, or someone referred us to about some new good song coming out. It's what we do naturally. So if we could get the business side of it to match the network marketing side of it, that's what we're developing here. And so in studying the whole network marketing environment and understanding it from top to bottom, first of all, I spent many days and hours and years, actually, I should say, understanding the compensation plans and why the compensation plans fail, why products fail, inevitably fail, and all those other things that go around it. And what I want to do is take all of those elements out of the equation. So when you start a business with us, you have a real ability to earn real money for a very, very long time, and that you will always have new products and new services and new things that will be brought out for you to talk about and to introduce to other people. So you have a reason to either talk about a product that is new, that you can go back to somebody who is already in the system, or you may go to someone who has had some interest, and now you have another reason to go back to them. You can't keep going back to people with a nutritional product. You run out of people. We've seen that happen time and time and time again. Nutritional products are great. We have a great nutritional product, but it's not our only thing. We have a global travel agency. Our travel agency is not a club. It's not a club like these other ones where you get these, little crappy timeshares and they cost you whatever it is to activate, and you got some hotel in, some spot in Florida that no one's ever even heard of before. You are a travel agent. You have an associate travel agent business card, a laminated card with your agent code on it. When you check in hotels, when you rent cars, you get discounts and things of that nature. You are on the same level as a Travelocity and Expedia and things of that, and you're comparable. We have a low price hotel guarantee. We'll go against any one of those. You're playing on the big level in a most people say that travel is $1 trillion+ industry. Who knows? It's a big number. We have real businesses. Then we have the other side of the spectrum that you'll start seeing as we go live here, is that we have products that have been 5, 10, some of these are 20 years in the making, and they're just now becoming available to the marketplace. We will have those available for you to use and consume for yourself, but also make available to your neighbors, friends, and the whole bit, and that all builds into the overall business. So this is a very, very different business model where we're not stuck in one single area. What we have is multiple areas, and what will happen is people say, Scott, well, you have a lot of products, a lot of offerings. It's completely up to the member of what they want to participate in. Some of our products are auto ship. Some of our products are commissionable. Some of our products are items that will actually be sold in stores, but you will participate in the profits on that when you're qualified through our commissionable system. So we take out, instead of the network marketing only feeding the network marketing, where it inevitably runs out, and you can't get any more people in because they've heard about the nutritional thing 50 times before, and it just peters out. We've all seen it happen hundreds and hundreds of times. Or the business model is not a sound business model. We don't even have any of that in our thought process. It just doesn't. Our business does not work like that. So, that's kind of the nutshell of where we came from. It was everything had to be a business that started as a business first that you would want to be part of, or a product that you would want to purchase for your family to get rid of, say, a toxic chemical or something of that nature that's in your house that you can replace with something that's already FDA, EPA, USDA approved, eco-friendly, biosafe, that type of stuff. And I'm talking about revolutionary products that we'll have in the next few months. And they'll be ongoing. There's hundreds of them over the next months and coming years that will be available in this. Again, this is long-term. We have the short-term, and we have the long-term coverage. So there's always new products and services. We have several inventions that are sitting on my shelf right here in my office that we have exclusive rights to that nobody else has. We have products that people have begged us to say, you know what, just take my product. We've invented it. We spent all the money on it. We can't get it marketed. Well, that's because advertising doesn't work anymore. It's very difficult to launch a product. But if we can launch a product to the power of this group here and our organization to either use it themselves or promote it to others, and or both, now a great product finally gets out to the community. Let's take product A that we launch as a group, use as a group, consume as a group, and now all of a sudden a big box store, a Walmart or a Walgreens or a CVS or whoever says, hey, this is a great product. We would love to have this on our shelves. Well, that doesn't go away for you as a product. That goes into a category that all the profit sharing will go into the bonus pool. And when you're qualified through the compensation plan, you will share in all those profits. So it's a completely different kind of system than anything else that's ever been done before. And I'm going to just real quickly, I'm jumping around a lot, but I got to give you kind of the big picture of what this company is about. So we have, tied into this is a humanitarian trust, humanitarian foundation. What we have is, to give you an idea of some of our products that are going into the humanitarian trust, that will also sister and variation products of these will be made available to you, so you get an idea how powerful these products are. We have a powder that purifies water. 1 kilo purifies hundreds of thousands of gallons of water, from protozoa, from viruses, from molds, from bug larvae, all sorts of contaminants, contaminants that come in from the outside, such as pesticides and herbicides and all those type of things. We've already partnered with many, many charities in many places around the world, in Africa, Indonesia, China, and Malaysia, and places of that nature, to have huge starving populations and huge water problems. Over 1 billion people a day start their day out. Usually the average is about 4 hours just to get pure drinking water. We don't even think about those kind of things. Well, that's one of our marquee products. Well, the science is behind that. Again, all USDA, FDA, and EPA approved on the various products. This is already done. It's already available. We will be making these available to all the charities who will take this product and get it out around the world. How does that happen? What's happening is that when you get your commissions every 3 days, we have a round down, and you'll be opted into this. You opt into it, it's completely up to you, is that when you get a commission check, and let's say your commission check is $1,233.23. That 23 cents rounds down and goes to the charitable on your behalf, and we then buy the product from our partners, And that now is handed out to all the top charities in the world are already signed onto this product. They will deliver the product. They will make sure it gets in the hands. It will go and do what it's supposed to do. And what happens there is that all we ask in return is just show us a video of what's happening. Show us the happy faces of people whose lives that we've helped save, and so on and so on. We have a group of thousands of doctors that are taking over these products for us. Another product we have, sprayed in a room, and spray is not really the right word because you're thinking like a Lysol can. This is a sub-40 micron product that comes out. It dissipates. You can't even see it. It covers an entire room, whether it's glass, metal, dirt. It doesn't matter what it is. It will adhere to it. It's already been tested in the most sensitive environments in hospitals where there's multi-million-dollar CAT scan equipment, computers, things of that nature, all certified and all registered and all signed off on. Well, we've all seen the pictures in Africa and so forth where you have a doctor there and there's a long line of kids and families getting checkups. Those rooms that they're in are so substandard and subpar to not only do checkups in, but they do a lot of surgeries and things at the time when they're there, and they have just terrible conditions. This spray in 3 minutes will get rid of everything from HIV to salmonella to all kinds of viruses, hepatitis, as I mentioned, bug larvae, things of that nature. It also gets rid of any like mosquitoes, bugs, and flying things, creatures flying around. It doesn't kill them. They just don't like it, and they leave immediately. So the doctors will be giving us letters of endorsement, letters of recommendation. This product is helping us here. It's helping us there. We've given this amount of the product out, and it's purified hundreds of thousands of gallons of water for drinking purification. Those same products in the bioscience are going to be are in products that are available for sale. And there is a whole line of products that will be announced as we go live that you understand how powerful this is to be part of something this early on that is this big of a game changer. And it's multiple products in multiple different areas. When you hear about the diversity of these products, it's going to blow you away. They're in the most diverse type of categories you can even imagine. Well, you can't imagine because it's such a big project. That's just one aspect of the business, but it all works together. So as members of the program, by working in the program and doing the different various auto ship programs, the commissionable programs and so forth, you automatically feed the charitable. The charitable then is building the name and reputation of all these products. These products are for sale. You'll be able to purchase them at wholesale and discount prices for being a member. We already have several stores that want several of our products that will be in stores. You guys will participate in those bonuses as well. So it doesn't stop when it comes outside. So now we have this something else that never happens with network marketing companies is they never have outside sales. It's all consumed within, and you run out of money from people from within. That happens time and time and time again, thousands of times in the last 10, 15 years that I can count. I don't know how many has happened in the last 40 or 50 years since direct sales network marketing has been around. We will have more money coming in from sales on outside products that will be purchased online or be bought in stores and things of that nature coming into our bonus pool that you're able to participate in. And that's a whole game changer. When you have that much outside commissions coming in that you participate in by being active in the program, and now you're sharing with everybody because you helped get this product live. Your small 20-cent, 30-cent, 40-cent donations help the process along. I'm taking a huge percentage of my profits, and I'm putting it into a bonus pool. With your qualifications, you get different. There is a point scale. You get participate. The more active you are, the more points you get, and the more you earn. It's a very simple system at the end of the day, but this is the big difference in what we're doing that nobody else in this business has ever even thought about doing. And no one will be able to replicate it. They won't be able to replicate it because they don't have the products of these life-changing products. For one, they will never be able to get this many large deals together on the capacity on the global scale that we've been able to do. Another aspect of this is the payout compensation plan. Some of you may be new to this, but part of the compensation plan, and this is where most compensation plans or companies fail. They fail in the compensation plan. They're doomed from day one because they don't work. We've all seen the stats that the average is about 2.3, 2.7, 2.6 referrals. Depends on what chart you look at. But that's a deceiving number because most people refer 0 or 1. And you have leaders who are very active who skew it. Well, they're the only ones that are participating in that huge compensation. The rest of the people are just feeding and feeding and feeding, and they're not getting anything out of it. Well, I've come up with a system that I patented that's a completely new way to compensate people as part of the compensation. And within 72 hours of anybody joining this program, there is money sitting in an escrow account waiting for them. And what I mean by waiting for them is that as soon as they qualify by doing any of the qualification things that we have, and it costs as low as $10 to qualify, just so you know, that money sits in that account, and when you qualify, it goes into your account. It's dropped in there. Most people have never seen a penny. They're going to see money that's available to them if they just do one active thing, and within 72 hours, that's unheard of. 72 hours later, they're going to see more money in their account. Again, it's unheard of. Because what happens is that network marketing companies hide all the money from you. What they do is they take let's say they have a $100 product. Simple math, they take $50 of that, and that's the compensation part of their compensation plan. But then they have 26 pages or 50 pages, I've seen some of these comp plans, all these multiple different ways that if you do this, then you do that, and you get this compensation over here and that compensation over there. Well, you never get to those other parts of the compensation. So to give you an idea of how bad the payouts have been over history, in the last 40-plus years, there was a study done on the 300 most successful companies in the industry in 40-plus years. The average payout, the average of the most successful in 40-plus years is 37%. It's not 37% of $100. It's 37% of $50. That means it's about $18 is the average they pay out on $100. How does that work? It doesn't work. You can't do it that way. We have large margins with our products. We have great margins to pay commissions, and we have great margins to compensate through the compensation structure. We pay out all of it. We have it in our business plan to pay you all of it. So if you have money in your account and you're seeing money hit your account every 3 days, you're going to be excited, and you're going to tell the next person, there's nothing like this in the world that's ever been out there. There's no products like this that have ever been out there. There's simple products. There's easy products to understand. There's easy services to understand. It's a completely different model. One of the things that I always try to tell people is that we want you to bring your networking enthusiasm, but this ain't a network marketing company. Are we doing crowd sharing and pools and stuff of that nature? Yes, because that's the different way we're sharing in our margins. Instead of taking 30%, like, well, we can use iTunes for an example. iTunes, when they sell a song, they keep 30% and they're done. When someone sells a shoe at the shoe store, whatever that margin is, they keep that money and they're done. I guarantee you, if you told that gal that you bought these shoes at a sale over there at this shoe store right up the street, when you walked in there last time, they'd say, "Hey, Susie, thanks for bringing that person in. Here's $5 off your next pair of shoes." They didn't do that for you. Neither did the movie theater. Neither did the restaurant. All we're doing is, instead of wasting our money on advertising online, TV, radio, all the other things you can waste your money on advertising, we're giving it to you. We're giving it all to you. That's the difference in our program, because it's in our business model, because we start as business people first, and we understand what the failures are of network marketing. And I'm sorry I keep saying that, but everyone on this call has been through one and probably more failures and very few successes. We are turning that upside down because we have every element. We have the products. We have the price points, starting at $10. We have the compensation plan that no other company in the world can do this, because I own the license to it. I own the patent to it. They have to go through me. Well, I'm not licensing it to anybody else because it'd be competition to you. So we have a unique compensation plan that no one can copy. We have innovative products that are going to change entire industries. No one else will have anything close to what we have for as long as we have this. As long as we have this company, for years and decades. And people ask me, they say, "Scott, what is this company going to be in 2 years or a year or 6 months?" I say, "You know what? I don't know, because all I know is it's going to be way bigger than it is now. It's going to be way more fun than it is, because we're going to have more products and services that the world has never seen before that are really easy to talk about, very fun to talk about. And you know what? You're finally, instead of talking to somebody about, hey, you want to join this networking program, you're saying, hey, did you hear about this new product? And in 3 sentences, they want to hear more. I believe me, I wish we were alive for this last weekend, because at every party that everybody was at with their cans of beer around the pool or around the barbecue, you would have been the life of the party, because everybody would want to know about these products you have. That's how important they are. Now you become the rock star, and it gets real easy to be the rock star with confidence. It's such an easy thing to do when you know that people are interested in what you're talking about. Then you worry about the other part of it, or talk about the other part of it. Hey, yeah, if you buy this, we had the group shares and a bonus pools and all that kind of stuff. It's just a new way of marketing, and this company's setting the pace for it. They're setting a whole new business model of how to pay commissions, how to share with the rest of the group for efforts done on behalf of the group, and they're bringing in outside sales that no other company's ever done before. One other product we have that will be out in about a month. We have a water that's water, kind of boring, but the water that's on the shelves, these bottled waters, is just filtered water. And it not only is it filtered, but it's filtered out all the minerals and all the things that are important to why you drink, the reason you drink water. Our water is 20 plus years in the making, and it has multiple times the oxygen in it that absorbs into your body. That's another thing. Oxygen does not absorb into your body very well. We have a system that attaches not only much more in your minerals, it's a pH balance, and you get about 3 times more oxygen for the same amount of water. So if you drink 6 ounces, you'd have to drink 18 ounces of another product. But those other products are just filtered water. They're very, very bland for you. Perfectly pH balanced, all the things that makes your body operate. If you drink this as your primary water, you will see and notice a difference very, very rapidly. We have all the stats to back it up. We have all the athletes, the runners who've done all sorts of marathons, have knocked off time that they have never imagined they can knock off, because the whole time they were training, they used our water. It's just water, but it's a more efficient use of water for your body. That product is going to be available to you at wholesale prices, but it's also going to be in stores. You participate in all those sales in the stores, because when you walk into that market around the corner from your house, you're going to say, hey, did you hear about that really cool water? How come you don't have it on your shelf? No, I didn't. You bring up your app, you show them a little thing on it. Hey, if you buy it through me right now, you get 25% off. Well, there you go. It was that easy. All the products are this exciting and fun to talk about. It's a great, and they will never stop coming. We will have products coming for months and years to come. The list we have right now is already, it's massive already. And some of the products are one-time purchases. Some are great for auto ship. Some are things that you'll buy one time just to put in the trunk of your car, because it's going to protect you against a future emergency. But it's the only product of its kind in the world, and we have the rights to it. These are the kind of things we bring to this. It's very innovative, very fun, and quite a different way to even look at the whole network marketing. So what we do is we partner with you. You guys bring the energy, the excitement, all that type of stuff. We'll keep the great products coming your way, a great compensation plan that's easy to understand, easy for people to get, and easy to bring other people into. That's the key, is you got to be able to bring other people into it. Ours is simple. It's so simple to understand. It's done on one page, not 26 pages, one page, and you get the general idea of how this thing works and why it's different. Now that new person's not confused, they're not scared, I don't understand the comp plan. How many times have we all heard this? Oh, don't worry about the comp plan. The computer figures it out for you. Well, I don't know about you, but I want to know how I'm getting paid. You don't have any of that with our program, because it's right there in black and white on one page. They'll explain the Spinfinity. About 2 pages if you really want to get into detail. The Infinity part of it, one page. You read another page, get into details of it. Pretty easy. That's the kind of difference we're bringing to this entire industry, and we're changing it. Everybody will have to make adjustments. You know what? There's plenty of room for other businesses. That's another thing. I've never understood why companies in the network marketing industry say you can't be in another network marketing company. Why? This is what you do for a living. This is your livelihood. More power to you. If you can do one program and do another and another and make 3 times the money, more power to you, because you're going to be 3 more times more excited about being part of it. If there's anything that's close to our competition to us, we just have to do a better job. We are a business. We're not. They don't want you doing it because they want you locked in, and they want a reason to knock you out of that program to keep your commissions. We want to pay you your commissions. Go join 10 other programs. You're going to have so much fun with ours. I don't know when you're going to have the time, because you're going to have so much fun promoting our stuff. But if you're in another program, we don't care. Great. These are all the things that never made any sense in the business that we're either changing, adjusting, or bringing to the party. So I know I was broad on a lot of things, but a lot of people didn't really understand the capacity of what this business is. If you understand the capacity of what the business is, you understand that this is very different than anything that's been done before. It's still real simple to understand when you get to your website. Simple products that you'll be able to take a look at. It'll be fun looking through them and learning new things about new products and services. It's very simple on that capacity, but just know that is what keeps us going for months and years to go, and you never have the implosion problem, or you never have any of the other kind of compliance problems or anything of that nature that other companies see day in and day out. So that's kind of the big picture. Larry or Marshall or anyone who is unmuted, if you want to ask questions or throw a couple more questions out, I'm here for you guys.
Hey, great. Thank you so much for that explanation, Scott. It was excellent, as usual. And that what basically gives the name paradigm shift to this program, because it's really going into a paradigm shift in what people are used to in network marketing. I know it definitely occurred to me that this is a much different type of business than we're used to. Here's what I was thinking. We could do, if you want, I could put it in Q&A, and if you want, we can just questions, or I'm trying to figure out some way where we could just keep it on mute. But if someone wants to ask a question, they just hit *6, and then you basically can field that question one at a time.
Well, let's see what happens, and hopefully there'll be a couple. Then if people do have questions, maybe they can hold back and just ask second or third or fourth, so it doesn't get too over on the first one. But someone jump in, a couple people jump in with a question, and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. If you wanna ask a question to Scott, you need to hit *6 and shift than what people are used to in network marketing. I know it definitely occurred to me that this is a much different type of business than we're used to. Here's what I was thinking. We could do, if you want, I could put it in Q&A, and if you want, we can just questions, or I'm trying to figure out some way where we could just keep it on mute. But if someone wants to ask a question, they just hit *6, and then you basically can field that question one at a time.
Well, let's see what happens, and hopefully there'll be a couple. Then if people do have questions, maybe they can hold back and just ask second or third or fourth, so it doesn't get too over on the first one. But someone jump in, a couple people jump in with a question, and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. If you wanna ask a question to Scott, you need to hit *6. Okay. And this will allow you then to ask the question. So you got to, if you want to ask a question, and he will be notified that there's a question in the queue. Do anybody have any questions?
Wow, must have did a really good job, huh?
Let me see. I don't know. Is it? Art, there should be people that have questions. Let me see.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi. This is Robert from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I appreciate the opportunity to ask a question to Scott. I guess the biggest question that everyone that I'm speaking to and know that's involved with this is when is the launch taking place, and when can we look forward to go ahead and jumping in with both feet in this? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Our launch will be in September, and that's another thing that I want to kind of clear. There's a couple of different dates out there that have floated around and things of that nature. One of the things that's interesting about what happened with our company is that we started with a group of about 25 very good network marketers. So I can bring business marketing elements, make sure that this Spinfinity thing made sense to everybody and kept it simple and all those type of things. And so what we did was, this was just last month, and we said, what we want you to do is we want you to just bring in about 3, 4, 5 of your friends that can get in. We want to make sure that our downline scenarios are filling in properly. We want to make sure that our global payment and e-wallet system is working properly in the whole bit. But after that, we're basically going to quiet mode for about a week, and then we'll just check things out. Well, we did that. That round went really well, and everybody quiet. And then we said let's do another round. So those basically 100 and something people, if you guys can bring in 2, 3, 4 people, and then we're going to go in total stealth mode, and we're going to go live probably sometime in October. Now, once we did that second round, it was all over. We couldn't stop it. It was out, and it's been fun, but it's been overwhelming at the same time. If you see our Alexa numbers, we're talking about numbers that have never been done before or seen before. We right now we're about the 1,200th most visited site in the world on a daily basis, and it climbs a couple of spots every day. We have millions and millions of visitors to the site, and people we have the free registration, so people are signing up for the free registration. But the amount of excitement that we had was just overwhelming. And then once that happened, what happened was some of the information started getting fragmented, and that out there, past one person, they make a little change on it, or they customize it for themselves, they pass it on, and so forth. Well, when we first got going, our materials weren't developed because most network marketing companies, they tease you with a 2 or 3 month sign-up period, and that's their teaser and the whole bit. And that's they do their pre-registration, pre-launch, whatever they want to call it. We didn't intend on doing that, but once it got so much momentum, we couldn't stop it, so we had to adjust. And so that's why we weren't able to get out a lot of the corporate information, and plus a lot of our materials, they can only be launched when we go live because of the sensitivity of the products, because these products are going to change entire industries. We can't have floating around and having this information come out, that's not authorized from the company. So basically, just ask everybody on almost every call, we're saying, can you just understand, we're not a network marketing company in the sense they're used to. We're not going to give you hype just to give you hype. We're not going to throw a bunch of things out there. We're going to get live as fast as we can. Our original date we're looking at sometime like in October. We believe we can move that up to September. That I'm still pretty confident in. So that's the only kind of timeline we're talking about, is that in this month. It's not going to be tomorrow, but we're looking to do it in this month. So we're only talking about 3 weeks left this month anyway. And then a complete website will be available on everything, all the details of the compensation plan, what it pays, how it pays, all the products that are offered, and so forth will all be made available. And then the site just continually grows from there. Every couple of weeks, every month, there'll be new products, new services, and it will always continue. New products, new services, always coming out, and there will always be announcements. That's part of the fun, is to see what the next product is, the next announcement is of what it is, because it's going to be something that's going to be fun to talk about. You're not going to be embarrassed to go to your friends about another nutritional drink or something that's been done to death in the industry. All right. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Chuck from New Mexico. I was wondering about the Infinity portion, and when we enter the matrix, will there be spillover from above? Or will we be totally responsible for our own matrix?
Yeah, there is spillover, and this is an interesting question. This is back when I was talking about how most comp plans are destined to fail before they ever get started, because most people cannot refer more than one person. And so binaries by trade. Most people can't get their second person where they're qualified, and so on and so forth. Well, because Spinfinity is so easy to bring people in at a starting point of just $10, which lets anybody come into the program just to dip their toe in the water, if you will, is that we now, at least you have an opportunity. We have people who are in this program who email us all the time and tell us, I have never been able to get one person into a program before. I now have confidence. I'm able to bring people. They understand that, hey, when this goes live, that the price point's only going to be $10 to start out with. There are higher prices. But they feel comfortable that they're not convincing someone to put in $495 to join a program, and if you don't join $495, you're not a super leader and all that stuff, all the stories they give you. And then you got to lock into some, $100, $200 a month plan and all that stuff. You decide what you want to be, what your participation is. You decide what product you want to have. Some are low cost, some have a little bit higher cost. Some are commissionable, some are your auto shipable. You can decide, but there's a whole plethora of stuff that you bring someone into the program, you're going to make your commission on them. But it doesn't matter what product they have. It doesn't have to be the same when you are. It just does. It's a big group. So the reason I'm bringing this up is that because we do have a 3x10 force matrix program, but you asked about spillover. Well, for the first time ever, you actually have a chance to get spillover. In a regular 3x9 or even a 2x, you do not have a chance to get spillover. It doesn't happen because nobody can refer 3 or more people, or very few people can. This program, 3 and 4 and 5 and 10 are going to be easy. Easy. Whether that's going to happen in a day, a week, or a month, or a year, but it's going to happen because you're going to have people, it's so easy to refer that you're going to have a spillover, and once somebody gets somebody in, they have confidence. And they're getting paid on that. Binary, you don't get paid till you get your second person. You get all excited because you got your first person, then you can't get your second. So you're out 3-4 months because you're like, I spent $1,000 in this program and never made a penny. That person who just came in 72 hours. Within 72 hours, they're going to have money sitting in an account waiting for them as soon as they're nothing. Just nothing. Spillover, yes. Big spillover. We already have people that have 10, 20, 30. We have people at 50. We have people over 100. I got a really funny story about I have this fella talked about this before, but it's a good story. I have this fella, a friend of mine, and he's an old war veteran, a little broken down, and he does a lot of network marketing because it can sit in a chair and it's easy for him to get around, and he often has to go to the hospital, the VA for certain things. His wife has some medical problems as well. I've helped him out with money over the years. He just says, hey, Scott, we need some more medication, and we just became friends, and I'll pay him some money. And I said, I got something coming from you. And you're always telling me about all these networking programs you're getting in. I know you never make a lot of money in them, but I said, I got something coming for you, and I'll let you be one of the first people in. And he was one of our first 25 guys. And so when we told him about the second round and this whole thing then it exploded, he had to go to the hospital. He referred one person, and he went in the hospital. He's got 800 people below him. I actually probably more than that now. The last time I looked, it was 800. That was 2 weeks ago. He's probably got 1,200 below him because of one guy who started a whole, a whole down. It's so easy to refer people in this program. That will get the spillover. So again, to answer the spillover question, yes, there will be spillover, and that will help grow. And we've done some things in the Infinity side of stuff that no one's ever done before. When you're qualified, you'll get 20% of every single person's check in your downline that you referred, they referred, and they referred through 5 generations. Another thing we've done is we've taken the 4th generation, which is 81 people. You'll get, when that line gets full, you get 20% of every single one of their commission checks. Every one of them. Even if they're not your people that you brought in or not any way connected to you, you're going to get 20% of their commission check every single pay period. No one's ever done anything like that before. It is powerful, and the great thing about it is that you don't have to even worry about that side of the program, because all you do is bring people in the Spinfinity, say you're going to get paid within 72 hours or qualified to pay within 72 hours, and you're good to go. You bring the next person. In a month, they see money in their account 6 times in a month that they've never seen before, and it's in that escrow account just waiting for them to qualify, and qualifying just referring one person into the program. Then how easy is it for them to put another $10 in the next month, or 25 or 50 or whatever they want to do for whatever product they participate in. It's real simple on that side of things. So hopefully that answered the question. Go ahead.
Great. Thank you, Scott. And go on to the next one. Take another question here from...
Good afternoon. My name is Ajak. I'm from Virginia.
Lost him there.
Hi. I'm wondering if we know about some very innovative products, how would we present them to GlobalOne?
That's a great question as well. And Ajak, if you can get back on, you dropped off right when you started your question, so if you get back in line, I want to get you taken care of. The answer to that question is a great question, because this is part of the bigger picture and the bigger plan, is that as we move forward with the program in the next 3 to 6 months or so, we will be doing a basic casting call. And we will say, do you have a software? Do you have a invention? Do you have something that you either know about, or your family knows about, or your friend knows about, that's stuck in their head or in their garage, or they can't get it marketed? Do you have a better way to fry, I always use this jokingly, do you have a better way to fry a hamburger? Let us know about it, because if it works, we're entrepreneurs. We built many businesses in technologies and in environments that were never even invented at the time. We know what works. We can see the vision of a product or a service and know if it's going to work or not. We have an entire division. That's all they will do is assess products. Are they a product that we can sell online? Is this something that can go to the members? Is this something that should be in stores? Is this what is that product? How do we best deliver it? Is it a one-time product? Is it a consumable? Is it something? Is it something that's every single thing that comes across our desk?
Okay.
And we have tons and tons of stuff being submitted all the time right now. We're looking at everything.
How do we submit it?
Oh.
Yeah, hi. I was asking, how do we submit?
He's asking, how do we submit, I think.
Yeah, how do we submit the product? He says we're getting all these people submitting, and I'm wondering, how do we do that?
Part about it is that entire announcement when we're ready to move forward with that. We will do that. Now you can send. I'm trying to think of an email address you can send to, so I don't clog up on all of my other email addresses, because I can get so many emails in a day. Why don't if anybody's on here and they want to send it to, I will not promise I'll get back to all emails, especially in this days. I'm doing my best, but we got to get the company live, and that's where you want my efforts. But you can send it to, why don't you send it to Scott at passion, PASSION 4LV.com. It's just an old email I've had for about 10 years. So it'll go over there, and I don't get a whole lot of emails in that one. So there you go. If you got something good, we want to look at it. So what will happen as well is, not only if we have inventions and items of that nature, and they make sense, they're going to go into either our store, they're going to go into the product mix, and we go further than that. One of the things we'll be doing, and this gets in a little bit down the road, we got a lot of big things we got to do, is that if you have that invention, or it's stuck in you're afraid to tell somebody because you're afraid they're going to rip it off, you don't have the capital. The three biggest things with product invention is that people are afraid to tell somebody because they're afraid it's going to get ripped off, so they never tell anyone. The second thing is they don't have the capital. And most inventors aren't usually entrepreneurs in the sense that they know how to start a business, how to business and get it live. Our program assess all those things and tell you if you have a win. Want to be part of it. Help you get that product live, and we will make that product available for sale, whether it's to the group or to get into a store or whatever we do with it. But guess what happens is that part of all those profits, they will go into a bonus pool that your participation in all the other things, you're going to be able to have it participate in those outside sales. Again, we're bringing in tons of money from the outside. That's what this business is about, is you have sales that drive huge commissions instead of the exact opposite of every other network company that only feeds from within. And what happens when you feed within? You run out of people and you run out of money. Ours has the whole world as our commissionable pot. of our bonus pool, because a lot of our products are for the whole world, and they apply to at one level or another. They either apply to you, or someone you know can use one of these products, or two of these products, or 5 or 10 of these products. They're that big and that big of a deal. Now, they all won't be out day one, but they will be out over the coming months, and then more, every once in a while there'll be another product, 2 products, 3 products. But we also have all these other innovative things. Like I said, we're getting people sending us stuff all the time. It's like, wow, this is a really cool product. We can make this available. And maybe the gal who just came on, I don't know if she said her name, but same thing. She may have that just haven't been able to get out to the marketplace yet. Yeah, we'll look at it. That's what we're all about. So, next question.
Okay.
Ajax is here. Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay, thank you. I have 3 questions. It was 2, but it just made it 3. Number 1, some people are unbanked and some people are unbankable. Do you have a means for us to be able to put money into the e-wallet using a prepaid card?
Yeah, we have our global e-wallet system allows you to do credit cards, debit cards, of course, and we also can take wire transfers. That's obviously people who have bank accounts. We also it works with all the different cash payment systems around the world. We have all the different ones here in the U.S. We have for different countries like Brazil, China, all that type of stuff where you can actually print a little page, go down to the little remittance building, or here you can go to CVS, 7-Eleven, Circle K, Ralph's, the grocery store we have here. Matter of fact, if I type in my office, there are 19 places that I can walk to from our office that I can pay for the program. So there's the 4 different methods that you can, and also you can also send. You could actually fund someone else's account for them and pay their invoice for them. Basically, is what you do.
Okay, so what is that? Like a green dot card that you're saying that we can do at CVS?
It's there's different systems around the world, and I don't have them all memorized, but the one here is I think it's Zip Zap. If that you can Zip Zap works at Walmart, CVS, 7-Elevens, all those kind of places. And you just take this receipt. It's an 8.5 by 11 page. Has a code on it. You walk in, they go, okay, whatever the $25 plus they charge a couple of bucks. We don't have anything to do with that for the processing at their location, and you're done. And it's automatically, as soon as it goes in their computer system, it says you're paid in our computer system in a split second.
I like that. Thank you. My second question is, when should we start funding the accounts?
When we go live, there'll be plenty of time. We'll let people know on the countdown, and as soon as you get live, we'll have a good several days to let everybody get into the system. All these early adopters here, and no one will lose any positions or anything of that nature. And then kind of off to the races from there. So there'll be plenty of time to do that. We'll make sure that no one gets jostled around or no one gets kicked out or anything of that nature. And if someone's on vacation for 2 weeks on a cruise or something and they miss the launch, we're not going to kick them out of the system or anything. They'll just activate when they activate. If not, after a certain amount of time, we haven't decided that amount, that number of days, but it'll go into kind of like a holding pattern, because obviously they're not doing anything, or maybe they just got interested in something else or what have you.
Excellent. Last but not least, could you repeat the email address a little bit slower than you did before?
Certainly, I do have a tendency to talk quickly. It is Scott at PASSION, the number 4 LV, like Las Vegas, .com. So passion4lv.com, the number 4. Yeah, so shoot me stuff there, and I know a lot of people are going to be asking questions and so forth. It's really difficult for me to get back to them all. I hope everybody understands that. But again, you want my life.
Okay, great. We'll go on to the next one.
Yeah, and and also, I know there's a lot of people here that wanted to hear and need to hear because from me because of where their circumstances where they came to another company that with a lot of them having troubles right now, and Larry's been so good at and communicating and been really respectful of my time and the whole bit. So I was glad to be able to put this together for you guys and for him. So anyway, if you know Larry, buy him a beer next time out because he's working hard on us and helping us out a lot. All right, question. Any other questions?
Yes, we do. We have somebody else here. Hello, you can ask your question.
Hi, my name's Carlton from California, and I was just wondering how many members have joined up to date, approximately.
Yeah, we're in the six figures on the pre-registrations, and it's a good six figures, and we have many thousands a day joining in, but it's free right now, so it's a pretty easy thing to do to register for free. We love the numbers, but at the end of the day, what we're looking at is that we need to get the company live so you guys can enjoy the business with us, because we know what's coming here, and it's going to be great to be part of. Day one and week one and month one and year one, you're going to look back every time and go, man, this has been a really fun business to be part of, because it's just ever evolving and there's always something new happening. Quite different than anything else anything I've ever seen out there, and I've been in business a long time.
Well, I appreciate you, and I'm wondering, is the penny auction still on the table, or?
Yeah, it's going to be one of our products. It still might be. It's a complete functional right now site. And what we want to do is we want to just kind of take a step back and see what happens after all this big implosion. Make sure there aren't going to be any new rules or laws written by Congress or anything of that nature. It just makes sense to go ahead and let the dust settle. Because the thing is, for us, is that it doesn't hurt us to have it or not have it. It's just another product for us. But see, these are interesting things. Is that shut down because of the auction. Because of their business practices, at least that's what we all can read on the internet. But nobody was ever using their auction site. So it wasn't like all million members were using it. Nobody was using it. But our program doesn't work anything like theirs. We don't have these investments and all that kind of stuff. We don't do anything like that. Matter of fact, ours is so exact opposite of theirs. That's why ours works and it's compliant and all those type of things. So if we do come out with it, or when we do come out with it, they'll be great products. As a matter of fact, we were going to set ourselves apart, or we will, with great products. You're not going to have vacuum cleaners and chainsaws. I've never been able to understand why auctions have that kind of stuff on there. Our stuff will be things that you want, things that you may not have been able to afford, but you don't mind getting into a little auction bidding on it and spending a few bucks to try to win this particular product or what have you. So ours is going to be very different with most of our products. We will have some traditional things and computers and iPads and things of that nature, but a lot of stuff that hasn't been seen before.
I know. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and thank you very much.
Just settle on that one and kind of see what happens here in a few months, and we can make that available anytime. It is a functional site right now. It's ready to go.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Next caller. Next question, I should say.
Oh, God.
Hello?
I want to know exactly what the company's name.
The what?
Name is?
What exactly is the corporation's name? I'm just buying a shorter URL. I don't want to use ultimatepowerprofits.com/eagles anymore. What exactly is the company's name?
GlobalOne Companies. The Ultimate Power Profits is simply our sign-up registration page URL. GlobalOne Companies is the name, but each product, each service will have a different name attached to it. So if you have a travel agency, it'll be travel related. You won't go to the GlobalOne website for the travel agency. You'll go to the travel booking engine.
Wow.
Okay.
I understand our affiliates will have to start paying either the 10, the 25, the 50, or the 75. Are they also going to have a fee to register as soon as we launch?
No, we don't have.
How much is it?
Those fees or activation fees and all that. And see, the reason that those other companies all have that stuff is that they always charge about, it's always like $489 or $495, and there's a reason for that, because if you go over $500, you have to submit a bunch of extra paperwork for all the state. Well, they don't want to work, so they stay under $400. So it's just the business practice just doesn't make sense to us. We're not here to take your money. We're here to make you money. So why would we charge you this big upfront fee or cost activation. We don't need to do any of that.
Okay, and the next question. Next question from 702. Area code 702.
Okay, yeah, this is Gary from Las Vegas.
Hey, Gary, go ahead and ask.
Okay, my question is in regard to the program. Earlier it was mentioned that as the program evolves and you're at a certain level, like you could be at the $10 level, $25 level, $50 level, but when there is profit, so to speak, that you can make, and that you will be, that it will suggest that you upgrade in order for you to, make that profit. Is that going to be in play as well as for those members that are at the, they sign up for free, but they haven't paid the $10 because they haven't started yet?
Yeah,
does that also work with those?
I don't think you mentioned anything the way you phrased it. I just want to be clear that when you're in a business of this nature, what you do is we basically call earn your way up. You're not buying your way up. You're earning your way up. And that's the way that it needs to be done to be compliant. And that's where a lot of companies fail. They take money in with no product or service of any kind or something that you probably ain't going to use, and they pay out on that. You can't do that. You have to have a product or a service or something of that nature. And that's just, when you talked about the 10, 25, 50, that's just one product. You can choose any other products. So it doesn't, you follow me there? I was just saying the main one because it's just $10 is the starting participation. You earn parts, when I'm taking these monies and putting it into the bonus pool, you earn that by being active in the company and having other people be active and bringing customers in. And you get points, and it's a really easy point system. It's not complicated. But you earn points, and every 3 days, based on how many points you have, and what goes into the bonus pool, that's where you earn. You can't sit back and put in $50 to kick it on the beach and not do anything. You can't do that. That's where a lot of companies get in trouble. They don't understand the laws because it becomes a security, and you can't do that. You have to pay on activity and product and services. That's what you earn the extra bonus pool by being active anyway. You tell others about products. You bring customers in from the outside. You already do that every day. We're rewarding you extra with the bonus pool. It's a whole third compensation part of it that's from outside, or accumulation of inside and outside. So when there's a sale on a shelf, we take part of that and it goes into the bonus pool. But you're not going to be able to sit back, kicking on the beach with a Mai Tai and put in money. So I want to be real clear on how that works. And that's also why businesses should run the way that we run ours, and the ones who don't are the ones who get shut down.
Okay. We'll go on to the next question. Okay, next question. Area code 803.
How you doing? My question is I know a lot of times when you build a business in other companies, once something happened to you, say if you died or something, that everything fades away. With this, will we be able to leave it, with our children or grandchildren?
And that's or transferable depending on where you are and what country you're in. Again, this gets into the business philosophy of ours. You have earned this money. It is yours, and it's your family. That's the last thing you want to have is your family be grieving over a loss, and all of a sudden their $10,000 or $2,000 or $10 a month is not there anymore. It's your money. You earned it. You business. We have the money to share with you. It goes to whoever you want to assign that to. And that is, that's another thing I've never understood with these companies, because they don't care about you. They care about their yacht that they're going to buy and their Ferrari, and they don't care if the program lasts 3 months or 6 months or a year. They don't care. I see it over and over and over again. I can tell, because they're people who build these complicated comp plans that you can't figure out because they don't want to pay you. They have products that have no sustainability because they know it's going to implode one day or another. And if it goes a year, they're not going to be blamed for it. It just fades into the dust. They made their money. That never made any sense to us and never made any sense to me. And that gets back to, I want to take the energy, the excitement, and the power of all of you and help build this together for a long time with really cool and fun products. It's a completely different, it turns it all upside down. It's the paradigm shift we keep talking about. So, yes, to answer the question a little bit longer, yes, you can.
Yes, okay, thank you. And second question, I wanted to know that when we send you information about something that we have that could be marketable, what information are you looking for in reference to what we have?
Are you talking about if something that may be available to people that want to buy, or a product or a service make available? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay. We'll take a look at anything. We've got just in the stuff that's been sent to us so far, of just the people who have managed to find an email address or get it to somebody associated with us or what have you. Second or third generation. Some of the stuff is downright kooky. Some's fun. Some is awesome. We'll take anything, because you know what? There's a lot never made it because they didn't take a chance. They didn't want to show anybody, and that's another great thing on this topic. I want to actually touch on this a little bit. Is that one of the great things about our business is that if you have a product or something of nature, and you show it to us and you get it to us and we like it and we move forward with it, your guarantee that we want to do is, first of all, we're in this to make money. We would never take your business because if you did have your idea or your invention, because if we did, you would have a post on every blog in the world tomorrow, and we'd be out of business because none of you would trust us anymore. You have the full faith and credibility of every single one of you that all we want to do is get your business live and make money with it. That's what we do. We build businesses and make money. So,
because we have ours patent and everything, and we've showed it in probably 100 countries.
Okay, mobile's even better. That's one of the things we really like is products sent anywhere. There's some things that have a lot of rules and regulations with governments, things of that nature. That gets really complex, difficult. But if there's products that can be shipped, sent online, obviously electronic is great. If it's a software or things of that nature, anything, we'll take a look at anything. We can see if it's good or bad pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. We'll go to the next one. Folks, try to keep it down to one question in the interest of time, because we've gone over an hour. Next person. Area code 936. Do you have a question?
Okay, yes, sir. I'm here. I was asking on the products that you say you can look at and try to market that for each person. Say somebody wrote a book that was very marketable, and they wanted to bring that to you as one of the members that belong to your global. Would y'all be willing to look at that and also try to market that as well?
Yeah, we'll look at anything like that, especially educational type things, stuff that gives people some information, education on. Doesn't matter if it's something we want to take a look at it, because we'll have store just for our products. And most of you may not know this, and if there's people international, there's this thing that is very popular in America. It's as seen on TV. These 30, 1 minute, 2 minutes. If you go to a Walmart or any of these stores like this, the biggest selling section, the busiest section on products moved is the as seen on TV stuff that started as an infomercial and went to the stores. And And so what ends up happening, you go to their website, you can buy all these products yourself. So we will have those same kind of scores online. So if it's one, because it makes sense, great. If it's an ongoing series that can educate people in different areas of their lives, then we can do that as well. There's all kinds of things we can do with.
Yeah, well, thing is, I'm asking that because when somebody's going to get their book promoted or self-publish it or something like that, they have to go through the internet. They have to do that, and like you said, how many people really look at those ads a lot of time on the internet? How many people really pay attention to the commercials that come on when a movie is there or on the radio? So I mean, I agree with your outlook on that, because that's very true. I mean, regular averaging advertisement has not been not a big productive thing. So networking, of course, is, and that's why I asked you, because that I would feel like it maybe wouldn't even be a series or something, but a book that some publisher are very interested in. But to go that way, you may not make as much money. And if you went to a network like this, everybody would make money, including the writer.
Exactly. And it's interesting to bring that up, because there's actually a company that will be coming out in a few months that's one of ours, one of them that I invented. And it will it's in the music, book publishing, and games, things, and also movies. It's an environment that will be some first to ever have access to it, and it's a commissionable product the way it happens, the way the system works. And you'll be the first one overnight to be able to not only get this out to anybody and everybody, and when you see it, it will completely, it will shock you how brilliant this is, and how simple it is, and why it's been done before. And it can change things completely. You guys will be the first ones to have access to it. So there's a.
Well, I think that's great if you've got somebody like that, because it's really hard to break in. And of course, myself, I'm a songwriter, have been for years since I was 16, and in the gospel field, over in country, and I've had some recorded as well already. But and I'm a writer as well. So I was asking that question because there's so much entailed when you're going to, even in something that you write, whether you try to put it on as an ebook on the computer or you try to do it in another avenue. You really cut a lot of your profits out that you could make. And in this situation with a network like this, if other people are helping you do it, they're going to get paid as well as the writer of the book, and it's going to serve everybody.
Part of the system, already part of the system. So yes, you people like you have done a lot and are creative of that nature. You're going to have a great audience to get your information out to. Have you?
Yeah. Okay.
Sells. Yes, you get what you should earn, and everyone else can participate in it. So that's
right. Okay.
Already.
All right. Well, that's the question.
All right. Any other questions there, Marshall or Larry?
Yeah, there's a couple more. Again, please keep it down to one question for Scott. I'd appreciate it, because we've been on, quite a long time now. It's almost about an hour and 10 minutes.
Call it 14 minutes. So.
Okay, to be exact. The next person, please ask your question from I think it's 808.
Aloha, yeah, this is Cheryl from Hawaii. I just kind of want to make a comment. It's so exciting, and thank you for all you're doing, Scott. You do the calls so good, and what I have found I have a huge downline, is that people are kind of backing away because the calls haven't been you, number one, and the waiting for the launch is what everybody's waiting for. So what we should just tell people is just to sit back, relax, and wait, and maybe could you do a call once a week?
It's tough because they take a long time to prepare for, and again, it's not just the one call. It's everything accumulated. It's being on this call for an hour and a half. It's getting on that call for an hour. It all adds up, and you want my time focused on getting this business live, because it's days away, not months away. We're talking days, not months. So, I encourage everyone to listen to the calls. And the next one that I'm going to be on is probably the one that's going to say that we're going live in X amount of days. So that's you'll hear me again. I appreciate that compliment, by the way. And again, one of the things I talked about this a little earlier is that one of the hard things is that we didn't have a lot of filler in hype, because we never intended on having this many people excited at this time. We were going to go into stealth mode, and we were going to launch and then get that excitement going. And we never had that opportunity. So, it's kind of a catch-22. It's awesome to have this many people interested in what we're doing and being part of this, because it only works if you're part of it. But at the time, we know we're not quite what people are used to in the networking arena, where they have these long series of kind of hype live. That wasn't what we were about, and so we're trying to get as much information out as we can. Some stuff just can't be talked about till we go live, and you'll see why when these products come out. But again, we're a short time away from going live. So yeah, if you can call a person in, great. You want to listen to the calls, you'll learn a little bit something here and there. But again, appreciate that compliment on that.
Thank you.
Okay, and the next person. 8.
Back in the 80s, by the way.
Hi, this is again about the compensation plan again. On Infinity, I came in like the second day, and I have brought people in. In my matrix, will those be the only people in the Infinity plan in my matrix, or is it a company force matrix, so everybody else that's come in is also in my matrix?
Yeah, it is yours, but this gets into some details that are kind of a second phase of the comp plan. As mentioned, is that what we've created is something that's never been done with a binary, and it's a little hard to talk about. I can show you in a graph in just a few seconds. That's a little difficult, especially for this call, but just know that when it starts filling in, there will be all sorts of additional things happening within there that bring into account. It's kind of a hybrid of both. So you have the power of your group, and then you also have the power of the entire group, in kind of a hybrid situation. So it's very powerful. We don't know of anyone that's ever done anything like this in a matrix scenario. Plus, they have the Spinfinity side, which makes it so easy anyway to bring people in as well.
Right. Okay, thanks so much.
Okay, and we just got 2 more questions. Next person, please. Area code 503.
Yes, my name is Kayla in Oregon. What kinds of trainings will you have? Will you help us with social networking, for example?
Yeah, there will be. One of the things that's happening right now is there's a lot of really good groups popping up that are really good motivational people. So we will make the best of those available, just from a standpoint from the company and the people who are kind of taking leadership positions and leadership roles and suggest, hey, I want to check out this call on this day or this call on that day. So we're already that's already starting to take place. But from a corporate level, all the products and services will have accompanying material with them. So you'll either understand what the product is about, how to kind of start talking about it, or if it's I'll go back. That's pretty easy to talk about. Just basically tell your friends, hey, if you're booking a flight or a hotel room or a car rental or whatever, or a package deal, hey, just throw me in the mix, and if I'm anywhere in the ballpark or if I'm cheaper, use me instead of Travelocity or what have you. So some stuff is pretty common sense in the way you're going to approach it, and other things will have directional type things or have reviews and all that. It just depends on the product, but it'll all be catered to the different products or services or what have you.
I'm wondering if you'll approach social networking, because a lot of people understand Facebook and doing blogs and doing videos of their own, and doing stuff out on sponsoring online. And for those of us who don't have that technology within us yet, will you be helping us with that, or are we our own?
I heard the question wrong. I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. In the social marketing aspect, to help build your Facebooks and your Twitters and things and your followers and all that type of stuff, we have an entire team that will be helping people. You'll have the page and all that type of stuff, but they'll give you continual, basically lessons. They'll be part of the conference calls. They'll teach people how to do it. Those kind of things do take time to understand, because you have to understand how the systems work and the process work. It will be done on one. It'll be over time. If you participate in those calls and those seminars and webinars, you'll have a very good grasp on how to do that, not only for our business, but if you're working in other businesses, you can take these same skills that you learn and you can apply that time to your other businesses. And even if we're talking, the author and the songwriter that was on before, these skills he could learn, through the social networking part of it, he could take these skills now better promote himself in the Facebook community and do it properly and through the Twitters and things of that nature. And that's all stuff that can go well outside of our business. And again, you know what? If we can help you do that and you can build other businesses or help build or grow a product you came up with, please do that, because you're only going to think more highly of us and that we helped you do one more thing in your life. We built more of that bond and that family and things of that nature, and that's what has to be done here for it all to work on this, how big this company is going to be over the coming months and years. So, that information will be there for you, and it'll only get better and better over the weeks and months and so forth. So, that's it for you.
Thank you. It's like having a brand new life skills.
Exactly. Especially people who haven't, for the 20-somethings and below, it's pretty natural. But not even them understand how to properly market and what it takes to actually start getting in the loop and getting in the sequence and things of nature, and how to continually build the people who want to, do your likes or join your Twitter followings and things of that nature. It's not an easy thing to do. It's very difficult. But if you know how to do it and you stay with it, it takes time to build those. But you start also building the skill set that you can take with you on other projects or other businesses and so forth. So that's the key thing about that. You'll learn a lot from that, because we have some of the best people in the world that will be helping you understand how it only makes our business better too. All right.
All right, great. This is going to be the last question, Scott. Appreciate you taking the time to be on here. Next person from area code 714.
Yes, could you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I had a couple questions, Scott. I guess you answered one, but one other one was, as I understand currently, you're going to open up with the Spinfinity and the Infinity Wealth Pool. Those are two comp plans. So you're going to put 50% of the money to begin with in one and the other 50% in the other. Is that the way we're starting?
It's not exactly like that, because Spinfinity is an algorithm. It's an algorithm that I up with that doesn't pay like a normal downline or matrix or anything. So it doesn't work in a 50% here, 50% there type of scenario. But what will happen is that what we've done is we've allocated the 100% of the money allocated to commissions, which is way higher than 50%, just so you know. In at least some of the products we have. Some products there's not a lot of margin in there. It's just the nature of the product or the service. Whatever the margin is, we take most of it, and I mean most of it, and give it back. So one product may have a big margin on it. Another product, like airfare, for an example, airfare there's not a lot of margin for anybody in that. But another product that we have that doesn't have a lot of cost, we can have a little bit bigger margin there, but it's still a fair price, and that goes into the system, and everybody's happy because the cost is low, high value of the product or service, and so on. So,
Scott, what I think is confusing or unknown to us out here is we kind of think in pools, because each one is referred to as a profit pool, correct? A profit pool. You had 3 profit pools. Now we're down to 2 for now.
Well, no, that does. I think some language may have gotten either I'm not understanding the question or has got you confused in the whatever you read or saw or what have you. What ends up happening is that you, just like any other company, when you are in networking, especially, when you refer people, they're part of your immediate, social, your downline, if you will. Then there's the next group and the next group and the next group. It works the same way. It works the same way in Spinfinity in the sense that you are able to participate in making commissions off all those people. Matter of fact, when you're fully qualified, you can make 20% of every single person's check every single 3 days. You make 20% of them in Spinfinity. You can make 20% of every single person's check in Infinity. And if you're qualified with your point systems, not yourself, but everybody else who's qualified for the bonus pool, you get 20% of everything they make.
Right, yeah. I was just wondering where the revenue comes from and how much goes. I thought the revenue would come from different places and go into different pools. Like the auction, when it comes out, it would receive its own revenues, and but the Spinfinity would receive a different set of revenues.
No, it's not. No, you're breaking down the product. It's all compensation and all outside sales of people buying an airline ticket. Them too. That all goes to the same pool. You earn by how active you are points every 3 days. Really easy. And then that's what you earn. And so as the person who referred you, as long as they're qualified, and it's pretty easy qualifications. I don't want to make people think it's hard. We made it really easy to qualify. Is that they get 20% of your check. So if you get in the bonus pool, you get $100. Just for an example, they get 20, and the person who referred them gets 20, and the person who referred them gets 20, and the person who referred them gets 20, and the one who get them gets 20. It's quite easy. When you see it, it's quite easy.
Okay, very good. And last question would be, I know you said you can't receive more questions, but what if somebody out here, particularly myself, thinks we have an urgent question that needs to go to you directly? So there's no way to do that at this time?
Reason being is that I get several thousand emails a day, and everybody wants a call, everybody wants a conference call, everybody wants me to answer just one question. Well, if I did that, I would never be able to work. Never. The amount of everybody just wants to talk to me for 5 minutes to make sure I'm real. Well, it's not that 5 minutes. It's 1,000 times over every day.
Okay.
There's just enough time in a day.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that looks like it, Scott. And I just wanted to see if there's any last comments you want to make to everyone before we conclude this call.
Well, I'm glad everyone's here. I know a lot of people came from a very difficult circumstance. A lot of people lost money that they were, planning on having on a daily or monthly or what have you basis. The difference with us is everything. Every aspect of this business is not like what you've been used to before. However, your enthusiasm, the way that you're used to telling people about products and services, that remains the same, but you're already great at that. That's why you were leaders in your other programs, your other businesses. If you're great at that with these other companies, I can't even imagine what you're going to do with us when you have such great, fun, innovative, life-changing products and services to be part of. It's a whole, go back to the paradigm shift. It's exactly what it is. And you're going to grow with the company. You're going to grow with the products, and it's just going to be something to be great. It's going to be something to be proud to be part of, because you're getting in and seeing it grow, and it's not just one little item that's been done to death 1,000 different times. These are never-ending new products and services. That's going to be exciting, because you can go to people, you can talk to them, people are going to want to hear more from you. It's the exact opposite of what you're used to. It's just a whole different way to do it, and you can do it casually, you can do it professionally. There's participation for everybody. The people who have never made money before, ever, will see money in their account within 72 hours. It's available to them as soon as they qualify. We're keeping that up. We're not making that go away in a matter of a day or two. You have us, and if you qualify, that money goes in your account. The experts on this call, the numbers you're going to see in the next couple of months are going to be huge, because it's so easy to talk about this business, and it's exciting to talk about this business where, it's been missing for a long time, because it's been the same products or services over and over and over and over again. So with that's where we are, and we're glad everyone's here. We're right around the corner, and just keep your eye on the conference calls, or listen to them when you can. They're all recorded and made available, and we will work every day to get this thing live so all of you can get that. All right. I'm going to sign off. I do need to get on a call that I have to get.
Well, thank you very, very much, Scott, for taking out the time to be on this call to speak to everyone. And it was a great presentation, and a lot of questions got answered. And we're just looking forward to the launch and, other calls that will be before that. And thank you again for being on here. And thank you, everybody, for coming on. And I'm glad you had a chance to be on here, and have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Goodbye.